um, today's topic I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about this Biafra freedom fraud, what I call the Biafra freedom fraud. So it's a very hot topic for me right now. And I know that a lot of people see it as sellout, maybe. A lot of people don't understand the dynamics that is at play. So I feel that it is our duty, especially if you are Igbo person yourself and you are from this region. I think it is a call to duty to put things in perspective and let everybody understand what is going on. And especially because when everything is happening and when something is going on, there's always the question is who benefits, who suffers, what is the benefit of all these things that is going on right now. Right now, there's a lot of people in jail. There are a lot of family people, families that are grieving for the loss of their loved ones, and the Igbo people are not particularly in a good place right now within Nigeria anyway. So who is benefiting from all this chaos? Who is benefiting from all this crisis? Who is benefiting? So what is the need for anyone who is Igbo at this point in time? Or what is the need for the person that is masquerading himself as the, as the hello, oh Chinedu, you're welcome. Chinedu Onoha, you're welcome. So I think that we should talk about this thing, because after the killing in MNA, we talked about it, and I put this in perspective and said, of course, it is wrong for the police and the army and everything to combine and attack people who are unarmed. At the most, they could arrest them because, of course, they have their motive that the group was proscribed and they were not supposed to congregate because their group was proscribed. Fair enough. And I was of the opinion, and I still believe that shooting them down was wrong, that at the most, they could have at least arrested them. There would be hope for another life. But now those people are gone and wasted, and I feel that we should actually act like be more proactive in how we deal with something like this, because when somebody is gone, he's forgotten. There's nothing else. You can only grieve as much as you want for the rest of your life, but they are gone. So if they are your children, if they are your brothers, if they are your husbands, this is an irreparable loss that is once and for a lifetime. And I feel that the best way to deal with this kind of thing is to stop it from happening, to do what you can to not allow a situation like this that makes it possible for people to fall into the hands of Nigerian security people, not to give room for such. And yeah, to my dismay, or also to my like, I was just not happy with the way this man Nnamdi Kanu was on radio, and he gave the command that they should attack the military, and that if they kill one of them, that they should retaliate and kill 10 of them. And a lot of people see reason in what he's saying. Hi everyone, hi Favor, you're welcome. You're welcome. I subscribe to your channel. Thank you. So maybe if you want, I can also give you a shout out. So anyway, I was of the opinion that instead of just condemning the military and saying all those things, we should talk about why those people are actually putting themselves in that position and try to stop something like that from happening. I think this is the right thing to do, especially because the government of Nigeria proscribed this group. And since the Nigerian government has proscribed this group, it is left for you to try to upturn that proscription so that they will have a legitimate ground and a legal ground. Okay, I will. So, so that they will have a legitimate ground, to congregate, to come together to do whatever they are doing. But then what are they actually doing? They are congregating and doing, we are good to go, we are good to go, and they don't have any arms. Huh? They are just constituting some some form of irreparable damage. So I posted this video, and I want to show you people this video, that people's children are coming together to be, setting themselves up to be victims of, Nigerian military. So if the Nigerian military are not professional, and take them down, it's something that has already happened. It's in the past. Effectively, there's nothing more you can do, but I think that you can stop them from putting themselves in that situation, where they will be taken out like that. So I think, yeah, they think it's a show of force when their people, are gathered like that and singing and dancing, but I think that is a setup. So I will look for this video, and I wanted to show you guys this video. So I think yeah, please, my people, patronize her. She has a YouTube channel here, Favors Kitchen, and she does cooking. So she does cooking, and yeah, why not? I hope that you learn a new cooking recipe from her. And I subscribe to her channel. I follow her channel too. I've used some of her recipes, so I think that you'll find her recipe also, yeah, very useful. So yeah, what I was saying is that, when you say about things like this, they come at you and say they have paid you, who is bankrolling you, and why are you against Biafra? How can you be against Biafra? Is Nnamdi Kanu now Biafra? He's not Biafra. He's just using Biafra to make a living, and to put people's life in danger. He's not doing anything. This is what I'm telling you people. So when you talk about what he's not doing, that everything he's doing is lying to them, they feel attacked, they feel let down, they feel that you are the seller. But I think that the person that is actually setting you up in this manner is the person that is the real sellout. He's the person that is actually benefiting from all this debt, you know. Thank you, you're welcome, Favor. So this is this is a tragedy that something like this is happening to Igbo people, to Igbo people, to Igbo people. Igbo people used to be looked at as very wise people, people who are able to look into something. But this kind of thing has proven to anybody, that has proven to us that anybody can fall victim. So yesterday somebody made a threat to me that if I would make any other video about this, that would be my last. And I'm surprised, because when Nnamdi Kanu started out, he used to say that everybody will have the right to ask questions, and they will debate everything, and not when somebody and they should be able to tolerate dissenting opinion, and not when anybody says something that you don't like, then you will say kill him, shoot him, all those kind of a thing. At the end of the day, when he has the popularity and the support that he think he has, he's going against everybody. So anyway, yeah, so it now makes it look like a taboo topic that nobody can talk about it. But if you look at it in the context that people are dying, and people should not be dying for something like this. When you lose money for something like this, at some point you will realize yourself. But when you die, or you are maimed, or you are in jail wasting your life, for how Nigerian prison is, and people are in that kind of place, and going through this kind of suffering for nothing, I don't even know. I don't have the adjectives to describe what is going on. But I think we need to talk about this, and especially because he has given them this order. And now they are very aggressive, because obviously the message is getting out to all of those people who are there in Nigeria, who are volunteers, who are volunteering to this madness. Volunteer means you just be running up and down, helter skelter, that you are doing something, singing to his glory, singing to his name, and then they will be very happy, and they feel like they are strong, they are fearless. But these are people who are taking risks. These are people who should go to the market, who should go to school, who should learn a trade, who should do something with their life. But they are running up and down doing volunteer, and at the end of the month they are going to contribute money and give to you, and then you have the conscience to be eating this money, and then people are dead, and they will bury them, and those ones are forgotten, and tomorrow you put them in that situation again, and they will continue from there. They are killing us. Okay, we know that they are killing you, but why don't you focus on the proscribing your group? So you want to just continue to be benefiting from a fraud like this. If you look at this thumbnail that I put on this video, how can somebody use this kind of a thing to be claiming that he went to the EU? On what basis? You see, so they have even made videos that they went to the EU complex and they just talked about whatever at the EU complex. I don't know how this kind of thing is possible, but it happened. It happened, my people. So this is why I feel that we really need to talk about this thing. And all this insult and cursing on women and shaming anybody and attacking people, like they are doing all this kind of a thing. All these things are not going to bring Biafra. And the worst part is, if you come to Igbo land, there is so much to do. And nobody's talking about the underperforming government in Ebola. So he's talking about Buhari, Buhari, Buhari every day. But Buhari is not in charge of Igbo land. You see? No, no, no. IPOB has nothing to do. IPOB is a company. I showed you guys this document. I will show you people again if you want. IPOB is a community interest company. It's in the UK, registered IPOB Worldwide Community Interest Company. Community interest company means a company that is supposed to do cultural things according to the purpose of it that was registered, you know. Yeah, community interest company is a company that is supposed to do whatever, but every other thing but religion, I mean politics. It's not supposed to be doing anything political. So if you are sincere, why will you go and take the name that people believe is a movement, the name that people think is an organization, that based on this name you can go on the basis of this name representing IPOB representing a secessionist movement, and go to any foreign body, go to the UN, go to the AU, or on the basis of IPOB? Something like that does not exist. IPOB does not exist like this. IPOB is just a company. It's just a private company, a community interest company, a community interest company that is owned by one man. Huh? It is not like, I don't know how something like this can happen and everybody just keep quiet, you know. So they are angry that you are putting you are exposing all their secret. Like, okay, why do you have to have a secret about the fundamental, the foundation of whatever you say you are doing? Why should that be a secret? If you say you want to go and liberate your people, then you should have leaders. Everything should be in the open, especially because you are not doing arms. You are not fighting. Like you can say, you know, maybe your hideout is being revealed or something like that. You are supposed to be doing a political process. You understand me? So I feel that we need to talk about this and let people understand that it's all about the benefits for the people who are fronting this company, this community interest company, and they call this community interest company IPOB, and they are using this community interest company to defraud people at home who don't know that this is just a private company. And the people at home think that this IPOB company is representing them to anywhere in any capacity, and it is not true. It's just a private venture by two clever individuals, and they are in charge of this company, and they cannot, on the basis of this company, go to meet anybody, you know, representing any country. And then they are privatized this name Biafra IPOB. That means the whole people who think that they are IPOB one family, they are actually workers or volunteers for this company who are doing everything they are doing in voluntary capacity for this company. And this company deserves the right to use the funds that is coming into the, yes, yes, my people, my brother, it's a pity, but it has to be said, you know, because I've come this, I don't want to pull back again, because that first time I said something like that, they wanted to go for my head. And I was thinking that, well, I'm not against anybody and I don't want all this division. I don't want all this quarrel. So I put out that video. But, you know, when it comes to this now, we know that we have to be open about this thing, especially because it's going to be election very soon. The people need to be concentrated. The people need to register. The people need to know what they are doing, who they want to put in place. Not that after they did the election again, everybody they will take the name and start complaining and crying. So I think we need to call out this thing for what it is. It's a sham, it's a fraud. It is not representing anybody. It is only for the benefit of Nnamdi Kanu, who is also one Neke Nyekeni Oku Kanu. So he's not representing Biafra people. Nwaneke Ikeni Okwu Kanu does not represent Biafra. Nwaneke Ikeni Okwu Kanu does not represent the interests of Igbo people. He is only out for the benefit of his own pocket. He is only out for his own personal benefit, because IPOB is his own personal venture. I want people to know this. I want this to be ingrained into people's mind, because it took so long to do, and it needs time to undo. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, I feel that it's a call to action. It is not enough for everybody that is able to carry the problem of everybody in Nigeria on their head when your own problem is there. Fire on the mountain and nobody's running, you know there is this musician Asa. She's one of my best Nigerian musicians, and she sang this song, "There's Fire on the Mountain and Nobody is Running." You see, so I that one day the fire will overflow, and we will try to put out the fire, but it will be too late. So I hope that this message is going to go out there and quench this fire, and let people begin to think about it. What is the benefit of all this running around? Brouhaha. Have you ever seen something like this? How is it possible that you think that they can just cut one country like a slice of bread and give it to one man? Like one man. It doesn't happen, my people. Nothing happens like that. If there is going to be anything like that, if it's not war, then it has to be diplomacy. And what is diplomacy? Diplomacy means enormous negotiations, and negotiations have to happen, and mediation between groups of people, between leaders. It is not because of one man that is talking and ranting and cursing, and even he doesn't have the diplomatic skills, because to be a diplomat, you have to be able to be calm and listen and be listened to. But somebody that is shouting, nobody listens to you, is aggression, nobody takes note of something like that. So he doesn't have the capacity, but he has sold himself that he can go and bring Biafra, and everybody has actually expecting him to deliver. And now he's trying to say that he would have gotten Biafra, but the Sabo did not allow him, So, and a lot of people are saying, yeah, how much did you pay? If you are not, you are using it to gain followers, you are using it, if you don't talk about it and the canon, nobody is going to follow it. Well, I'm doing my thing as I'm doing my thing here. Normally, I do my videos here mostly on YouTube, but I've started doing Facebook video also. So, because I learned that on Facebook gives free mode to people in Nigeria, so they have more access to Facebook. So I have to do that because the message is actually for those people at home. So all these threatening people are threatening me. If it's not going to stop me, it's not going to stop me, because people are dying. A lot of things is at stake. And if there is another military operation coming because of somebody somewhere sitting in safety ranting, it is unacceptable. It is our duty to put this thing out, to put this information out, so that people will know what is going on. You understand me? So when he started out, he actually said that you can ask questions, but when it was obvious that he has gained all this following, and he becomes so popular, and people begin to see him as a demigod, yeah, he has stopped it. It's now like, if you have to agree with them or you are the enemy, and then they say that they are going to put you down, they are going to take you down. And I'm thinking, so if you have all this money, you have everything that it takes to do all these things, then well, go ahead and do it. What are you waiting for? You understand? Go ahead and do it. Do it. Take out the people that are oppressing you. Take out the people that you complain about a year long. How can you be doing something for more than 8 years and there's nothing tangible that can be shown for you, other than people who have died and people who are in jail? What kind of market is this one selling? So we need to bring out this one, let everybody know that Nnamdi Kanu is running a fraud, a freedom fraud, and he's doing this for his own personal benefit. And this benefit is this money and fame, and he has no interest in restoring Biafra, and he knows he cannot restore Biafra, and he knows he has no capacity to restore Biafra, and he has not gone to the UN or EU or White House because he has no mandate to go to those places, and because he cannot, because IPOB has been registered as a community interest company in England, in the United Kingdom. And based on that, IPOB is not a representative of any ethnic nation, but is a representation of one man's company. I want people to understand this. IPOB is a representation of one man company. And since the inception of IPOB, the way they have registered it since 2016, there have been 4 people. The first person that registered it is not even a Nigerian. It's a Zimbabwean lady, somebody Nyati. I think it's a lady. And then Sophia Carlo, it was the second person. They were the 2 of them that went to register a whole ethnic nation of Ndibo. Went to register them as company. You see, so after they registered in 2016, last year 2019, Nnamdi Kanu and Uche Mefo took over, and those other 2 people resigned. So all this time, you people have been running around IPOB, IPOB. Do you know that the person that registered it is not even a Nigerian? It's not even an Igbo person. She's a Zimbabwean person. That is what you people, like those people who may have died before to 2016 and 2016, 2017, when the Operation Python dance happened, and all up until that time, you have died for a private company, like a private business venture of somebody. This is what you have died for. IPOB is not representing anybody anywhere. You see? And so people can gather and say they are IPOB. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that it's recognized. It doesn't mean that it has any legal representation in any way. You see? So IPOB does not have that capacity to do anything. So the unfortunate thing is, when anybody is actually trying to do anything, they will say, go and work with IPOB. You better you work with our leader Mazina. They can go and work with IPOB. But you cannot work with somebody that's actually not doing anything. Somebody is just sitting there and doing radio broadcasts and venting with power and inciting the people. You cannot work with somebody like that. Like, on what capacity are you going to work with him? You don't have an organization that you say you want to work with him. You can't work with a one-man show. It is his call. He does with it as he pleases. You can't work with him. So I want you people to understand this. Every one of you that say, go and work with him, go and work with him. Work with him on what level now? Work with him to be blowing fire so that people's children will be dying. There is nothing to work for there. There is nothing going on, my people. So what I'm trying to tell you people is that Nnamdi Kanu is doing this solely for his own personal benefit. Solely for his own personal benefit. They are giving themselves salaries from the contribution of people. They have no money to show for all the monies that you have donated. And the latest tax returns they did, they said they garnered £200 and they expended £197, £193, and they had only £7 left. So this is what they are doing. They have no accountability. There's no transparency. All the money you donate goes to nothing. So my call to every one of you is, look into this thing again. Stop funding this fraud. It's a fraud. The more you fund it, the more it lives, the more it's destroying you and everything you aspire for, politically and otherwise. Imagine. So when you say all these things now, they will say, oh, you are anti, but you need to look beyond all these sentiments. You have to look beyond all these sentiments. I told them before that nobody is on your side. You don't have anybody on your side. You have yourself. So you begin to reason. For me personally, I want all this tension that people have put themselves into, all this hula baloo, Biafra is coming, and the God is going to deliver. Like, how are you going to deliver Biafra? Is it an order that you make and it's going to deliver to you? It is not possible. Nigeria is a massive nation. anybody can even, so if they say the Fulani or anybody is the problem of Nigeria, then deal with it. It's a political problem. How do they get into power? How they get into power through electoral processes, and they take a hold of the apparatus of the state, and they are using it against it. Then you have to find solution to that. It's not something anybody is going to come from anywhere to help you. But all this freedom scam is only feeding the people who are heading it, who are running it. It's just for their benefit. All of you are just running around for nothing. All of you are just wasting your precious energy. But if it serves you well to be IPOB, to be following them, no problem. But when it gets to the point that you have to go and confront military, you have to go and put yourself in danger. You are going to go and be doing, you are good to go, and dancing and doing martial practice. Stop it. You are not going anywhere. You are not going anywhere, and you cannot go anywhere and go. You cannot be practicing how to shoot with empty hand. Then you think that when you now have gun, you'll be able to shoot. It doesn't happen. Who is going to give you gun? This man is there boasting that he can kill anybody he wants to kill. I don't understand who is going to give him. Who is going to give somebody like that weapons? Who? He said if he's white people, he's going to kill every black person. This is madness. And you people are listening to him. This man does not have anything to offer you people, but he's all out for the benefit. So Nnamdi Kanu, who his real name is Nwaneke Nyekeni Okukano, he's out to benefit from all this fraud. So the earlier you stop it, the better for you, for the Igbo nation, for the Igbo youth, the better for you. Stop feeding him this benefit by paying into the fraud. Stop paying all these levies. Stop it. He doesn't pay you anything. Stop running around and calling yourself volunteer. It is useless. You see, don't do that. Stop going to confront police and military people because of IPOB. Don't do that. You are risking your life. Nothing is happening. Nothing mega, like really. And now you're turning yourself into a joke. You see, some people are saying, you are saying that we shouldn't do anything. Look at Oduduwa people, they are protesting now. Yeah, but Biafra people, do you know that during the war, even during the war, as the war was going on, people of Biafran extraction who were all over Britain and UK, they were protesting, going around protesting. It didn't even save the people who were in that war. The people who died of starvation, all these things, it did not save them, all those protests. So all these protests, you can do protests in London and all those things, it's okay, it is allowed. Every liberal democracy allows protest, so you can protest, nobody's going to say no, don't protest. But just because you are protesting doesn't mean that you are going to get what you are looking for. There is problem everywhere, my people. There is problem. Everything we complain about is not only peculiar to Nigeria per se, If they have excluded Igbo people from the politics, from all these things, it is not something new, So if you are crying about the political exclusion, then you realize that it's a political game that they are using your emotion to play, because they did not put Igbo people in positions of power. And you have to ask yourself, the people that they put in position of power, for example, those people in Igbo, how are they benefiting you? You see, so you should be concerned about those people who have the power to change your immediate living standard where you are. So if you cannot effect change where you are, if you cannot protest there, for example, no road, you can protest about it. For example, the markets are not clean, the road, there are no waste management plan, you can protest about that so that you can actually have a decent living. The air is polluted. Those are things that they can do there in the southeast. It's not something that Buhari is going to do. And no amount of lecture about Buhari here and Buhari here and Buhari here, that is going to change anything. You see? So my people, I just want to make all this video to let you know that when something like this is going on, it's a pity that some people will think that it is for their own good, it is for their own benefit. But I want you to know that it is the person that is in charge of this fraud that is benefiting from it. All of you are just expending your energy, expending your time, expending your money, and nothing will come out of it. And this has been going on for 8 years now. 8 years straight. So I think that is enough. I think enough people have died. I think the priority now should be to get those people in jail out. And if IPOB wants to redeem itself, let it go to court and start to process that prescription until they are able to upturn that prescription. And if they don't upturn that prescription and they are still calling you out to go and protest, to go and march, you need to advise yourself and stay home. You see, this is my point. If they are still telling you, don't mind them, we are funny people, whatever, you better you go and stay home, because the person that is telling you to go and do all those things, he's in safety. He's in safety. You see, so if they tell you that you are going to die now, you are going to die, how many of themselves have they killed? Shebi they are the one training their children, feeding their children. Why didn't they just allow their children to die? Because you are going to die anyway. So this is a lie they are telling you, you know. When you die matters. Of course, life happens, but if you live out your life in full, only God knows all the potential that lies ahead for you. And tomorrow doesn't have to be like today. You know, time opportunities come. You know, life happens, things come for your favor. You know, you don't know what you will become tomorrow. But if you, because of maybe the condition you are in now, and you allow somebody to push you to go and face military and they will kill you, that is it for you. You know, you remember this what they call these shy people, you know, that's how they wasted them too. They wasted them. You know, nobody's talking about all those people now. And so at the end of the day, it's not because you are Igbo, it's not because anything. This is how it works, you know. So my people, I think I've said enough, and I think the message is passed that IPOB does not represent the interests of Igbo people. IPOB does not even represent the interests of Biafra. Yeah, so I think I've made my point. Yeah, I was supposed to show you some videos. Yeah.
Our people do not understand. Some of them, I feel sorry for them. Very sorry for them. That is one damage the Hausa people did. If they continue this way, that will be. Our people do not understand. Some of them, I feel sorry for them. Very sorry for them. That is one damage the Hausa people did. If they continue this way, there will be compulsory DNA screening when we get Biafra. Anybody that is tainted with the Hausa blood in them, we will gladly ship them over there to go and be with their people. That's what we may have to do when the time comes.
So you hear something like this and you think that this person is going to lead you to a paradise. He can't. He can't. That's why he's talking anyhow.
People, I will kill every black African. I'm telling you the truth. Every black, there is something evil about white people.
Imagine, he said, if he is white
if
people.
I am white people, I will kill every black African. I'm telling you the truth. Every black, there is something evil about you people.
My people, how can somebody like this be the one that will save you? He said, if he is white people, that he will kill every black African. There is something, that is why he doesn't care that you are dying. He's only caring about what he wants to benefit. You see, he said, if he's white people, he's going to kill every black person. Somebody like this cannot work for your salvation. It is only for his benefit, for his money, for his popularity. Maybe when he eventually comes out, you become a governor or something like that. These are the things he will be looking for. He's not coming to save you. He doesn't care, because he believes there is something terrible about you. You know, even this country that we lived in, the German people, we know their history. They will never tell you that there is something terrible about themselves. They will make excuses for their people, for their forefathers. They will never come out and say, if I am white people, you know, this is a very bad language, you see. So, you know, he used to make mouth that time that when Operation Python Dance come, you know, that he's going to, who is afraid of who is afraid of who. And again, before, he used to say, all these things against Owazurike, what Owazurike was doing, that they killed people. Let me play for you this audio.
Prime Minister of Britain and by extension the Queen of England. 4 people were feared killed when members of the movement for the actualization of the sovereign state of Biafra clashed with a joint team of security men in Onitsha, Anambra State. While Masop claimed that the clash was an attack on its members because of the decision of the group to withdraw their support for the Abga candidate, the police declined comments on the incident. The Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer, Mr. Meka Chukwemeka, said he had not been officially briefed. Director of Information of MASOB said he was speaking on behalf of the leader of MASOB, Chief Ralph Wazirike, who said the incident occurred at the early hours of the day and that the security team made up of army, the police, and security services descended upon MASOB and killed them. The federal government of Nigeria. That is the news that we're bringing to you today on our Tweet Tuesday. We are concentrating on our campaign, but we must not forget those that died. Yesterday, we must remember those 4 young men. The reason why they died was because they were unemployed. The reason why they died was because they wanted Biafra so much. Anybody that offered them Biafra, they will go. They died because there were people willing to use them to sacrifice them as pawns in advancement of their own selfish gains. When their so-called leader is in Abuja romancing Goodluck Jonathan, collecting money, collecting allocation as Goodluck Jonathan's campaign manager in the southeast, he has abandoned the same Ojuku's wife. He claimed that 2 of them are working hand in hand to try and save Igbo people. He has left a party being supported by Ojukwu to go and be canvassing for APC, Yoruba Party, Hausa Party. And these are people who are at the forefront of freedom fighting for Biafran people. And people wonder why the world is laughing at us. That is why we need to tweet this evening to correct that impression. To tell Obama, to tell David Cameron, the Prime Minister of Britain, and by
so you people, you hear how he's talking, eh? He said, so you think you can just tweet and the tweet to go to Obama, you have to tweet to correct that impression. So you remember back in the day, I think 2014, he was talking about tweet, like, for example, everybody knows now. Can you just tweet to Obama and tweet to Cameron? Then Cameron was the prime minister of Britain or something like that. I've forgotten the name they used there. And just tweet. You see, you remember? You see what he said? He said those people died because they are unemployed. Don't forget this thing, my people. When you die for IPOB and this freedom fraud, it's because you are unemployed, and so you want Biafra so much, and so anybody can be using you as pawn. He said it. He knows what they are doing. You see,
the Queen of England and that of the UK as well, to tell the French government and the German government that we have sensible people who are piloting the affairs of Biafra and not a bunch of hoodlums who will go and sell their own people. Before, 8 people were killed, sit at home or in the forest, 2 people were killed. People are being killed every day. I don't know why parents still allow their children to go and join that very dubious group. It is the largest criminal franchise in the whole of Africa.
So you see, everything he's saying about Mossab is exactly what we are saying about him right now, because he knows what he's doing. You see, everything he's saying, why people allow their children to go and join that useless criminal franchise, the same thing he's doing.
That Batman you spoke about, our people didn't understand. It is a full-fledged criminal organization. Once in a while, they sacrifice the blood of youngsters. Imagine if one of those 4 killed were your relatives, your children, your brother, your cousin, your uncle. MASOP members were killed and dumped in Ezu River. Who is championing justice for Ezu River victims? It is Radio Biafra. but yet they kidnap Radio Biafra and every other serious Biafran for government of Nigeria. We must say this. We have to speak the truth because this organization is an embarrassment to our people. Ordinary Nigerian police, if you're a freedom fighter, they should be sending the army and be sending foreign armies to come and look for you.
Hype the people.
Ordinary or local police that you give 20, that collect 20 naira on the road. Will raise a gun and fire at a Biafran and kill him without fear. Whereas when Nigerian army hears of Boko Haram, they take off their uniform.
So, my people, I believe you are following this point I'm making, because this is how they hype the spirit of people and say, ordinary or ordinary this. But when it is time now, you will not see them again. And the same thing we are saying, that this is an embarrassment to Igbo people. This is an embarrassment that Igbo people can be conned and scammed like this. That somebody will just wake up and tell them that he's going to like he likes to call all these foreign countries, even with that we live in Germany now. What will now make you to go and meet with Angela Merkel? Like, because of what? You know, the only thing that can actually catapult somebody so quickly before to be in the presence of world leaders is maybe there's a huge tragedy that, you know, that is of national significance. But other than that, like, you just tweet to Angela Merkel, tweet to Donald Trump, tweet, you know, like he likes to call all this international, and I think when our people are hearing all these names, something in their spirit is moving, like, oh yes, those people are going to listen to this call and then they are going to do something for us. It doesn't work like that, my people. It doesn't work. So we have to do this and talk about it, because you know, if we don't, who will? Who will?
Biafra in their homes, only see now in 6 months, you see what will happen. But they don't want to. They want to see the gain first, the need of something. They all claim they read the Bible.
Wait, this is when he was
Jesus
asking
Christ did not make a miracle for a donkey to appear for him to ride into Jerusalem. He had to send the disciples to go somewhere and tell the owner. Earlier today, the 14th of February 2019.
So after the election, after, you know, at first they were saying there is not going to be any election. There's not going to be any election. And then when he was not around, you know, when he after Operation Python dance, and people were actually running around campaigning, making awareness. And do you know that a lot of people fell victim to this Operation Python dance? People fell victim. A lot of people lost their life. Then apart from Operation Python dance, then when they are doing all this awareness to you know, say no election, and you know, a lot of people were also falling victim to Nigerian military in the market when they are forcing people and saying no election. And then all of a sudden, he now came out and announced that all their demands have been met. So I'm going to play that audio for you again.
Earlier today, before I received confirmation from our team. Earlier today, the 14th of February 2019, I received confirmation from our team that all of our preconditions placed before those seeking us to call off the election have been met. And in view of that, I hereby lift the boycott of the elections.
You see?
What will it take you? So, even if I say happy, leave it, let's come together. Come together with who? A criminal?
So this is what he was saying about Wazirike, that, you know, because then every time he was talking about Wazirike, and people was like, okay, it's enough, stop talking about this Wazirike, let's come together. This is what he has to say.
Happy, leave it, let's come together. Come together with who? I say happy, leave it, let's come together. Come together with who? A criminal? When Alibo was Alibo, such people will be excommunicated.
And this is what we are going to. He's going to be excommunicated. Yeah, he's going to be excommunicated.
I traveled to a tiny village in Obaru. In Obaru, I must say. Those that know Onisha well, if you follow the banks of River Niger, not on the Asaba side, on the opposite side of it, if you follow it and just on the banks, come off the bridge, Onitsha Head Bridge, follow the banks of the road, the village of Professor Ben Wabeze, where the Eastern Pilots publisher comes from. We went to a family where there was a family dispute where somebody broke a bottle and stabbed the cousin to death. Do you know what the villagers said? The villagers said that it will be better for him to be in jail or to die in jail than to come back to the village. The village said that very individual will never again in his life come to that village. That is how we are. We do not support abomination or condone abomination. That is what people must understand. Before you go, we must announce this whilst we're on the air.
So my people, you see, so as Igbo people, we do not condone abomination, and he has done an abominable thing because he has sold the name of Biafra for his own personal benefit, and we need to call it what it is. It is not freedom fighting. So I think I've said enough for today. And so all of you that are saying that if I do another video on this topic, so I've done it now, so bring it on. So I will see how it goes, and then I will continue because I wanted to talk about what happened in the Edo state and the result. But I feel that Edo people have done, they are very vocal. They may have done their own videos, but I've been of the opinion that the reason why it is possible to manipulate elections in Igbo land is always because of the way we just kind of splinter the vote, so it's very, very easy to manipulate it. So I'm always of the opinion that giving one person overwhelming support, that it will be like just like the way we say the difference is clear, that kind of level, that it will not be possible to manipulate it, that everybody will be resolute. In this way you will be able to have somebody that speaks your mind, and even if you want whatever you want, the person will be able to channel it through the democratic process. Because all this running around on the street, at the end of the day, still those people who sit in the chambers, who sit in the political position, who have those diplomatic mandates that are going to talk on your behalf. So running around on the street and having none of that is useless. You're just wasting your time. So I hope that I've been able to save some life today, and you that you are a volunteer, know that if you die for IPOB, you did not die for Biafra. You died for Nnamdi Kanu's company in Britain. You did not die for Biafra. And you that is saying you speak against Biafra, the person that sabotaged you is Nnamdi Kanu. He's the one that said earlier today that he has signed, seal, and deliver. Go and ask him what he signed. He has eaten that benefit. It is all for him, and he's the one that sabotaged everything that you believe in, not me. I'm only pointing it out to you. So if you think that Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu are the same thing, no, they are not the same thing. Nnamdi Kanu is an individual. He's a clever con man who saw the opportunity to benefit from this Biafra topic, and he ran on it, and he has made millions on it, and he's now somebody that is very famous on the back of the Biafra struggle. So he has that now. That is his benefit. So for you that is running around is only disappointment, death, suffering in jail, and all those kind of things. Some people have injuries, bodily injuries. Some, like I've met somebody that was shot in the eyes, one eye, and some people have all these injuries. Some people can no longer walk. Some people had injuries on their spinal cord. This is what you get. But you see what Nnamdi Kanu and Uche Mefo has. They are both British citizens. They are living large, and they are there. Even if they are not living large, at least they are in safety, and hopefully they are in good health, and they are living their life. So this is their own benefit, and their own gain is for them to send you all up on the street, and for you to be roaming around and make them more popular and more interesting and more famous and contribute your money. I pray too. I pray, my sister. I pray because we have to send this message out. That's why I'm actually doing the video on YouTube, on Facebook, because I know that more people have access to Facebook. So yeah, I've done that video and I'm doing this here now so that let the world know that it's not like the whole Igbo people don't know what is going on, But at the end of the day, somebody just have to speak up, And it's a call to action. It's evil and cruel that people's children who are their future hope, who are their pension, their retirement plan, are being cut short in the prime of their life just because they are poor today or they have nobody today doesn't mean that they are going to be like that for the rest of their life. Something can change, favor can happen, there can be a turn of event, and their life will take a new turn and everything will be better. So my people, advise yourself, advise the people around you. Let us try to bring our youths back home and let their mind be de-radicalized from this freedom scam. That is what it is. It is a scam. Nothing is happening. Nobody is talking about Biafra in anywhere, The only place that is going to be talked about will be in the Nigerian parliament. So if you want somebody to do that, send some people like that to the Senate, send people like that, to the House of Assembly, send people like that to your state House of Assembly, so that you begin to put in place structures that will even enable something like that to happen in the future. But as of now, if anybody tell you that Biafra is coming today, is coming tomorrow, it's pure lie. Nothing is happening. Nobody has done anything to that regard. Nothing is happening. They can only offer you maybe this dream of Biafra is coming. They will tell you it's on the 12th of December of October. They will shift it to 23. They will shift it to 27. You'll be doing the same thing. But maybe in the future, maybe at some point, somebody will be even really, really ready and have that capacity and have what it takes to negotiate and mediate for you. But you are worn out, you are weary, you don't want to listen anymore. So that is why you have to stop this saboteur, the greatest saboteur of our time, the greatest embarrassment of our time, going in front of the UN secretariat to be dancing around and making speeches. It is outrageous and it has to be stopped. So my people, you have heard from me. This is my own opinion. If you have your own opinion, you can put it down. So those of you that come and insult and attack, that is not the way to go. If you have something that is of a more useful contribution, put it down. Insulting somebody, using vile language, that doesn't change the reality on ground. So if you don't have any other thing to add other than to attack, then you have to keep it to yourself. Nobody needs it, you see. So this is the discussion that must to be had, and it has to be had. And you cannot base on this kind of fraud and even be contemplating of bearing arms and turning your region to another crisis point. No, nobody does that. Only foolish people does that. And because of this con man, there was even a debate about carrying arms, and people were fired up and ready to bear arms because of this con man. And this is what he wants, so he can sit in London and be saying, you see, they are killing us and there are people, and you don't need it, because it is those people there that who cannot go to school, who cannot go to the market, who cannot go, nothing will function. War is a terrible thing. We should never allow anybody, because of his self-aggrandizement, to bring this level of crisis onto a very peaceful region. No, it is unacceptable, and nobody in their right mind will support it. And anybody that is supporting it and the person is not there, right there with you in Nigeria, the person is somewhere in abroad, then you have to tell the person to come home and lead it. Let the person be there in front of you, not the one that came and ran away. No, 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 there is no room for that. You stay, you fight, you fight. But if you think that you want to run away and live to fight another day, then I dare to say, all those young people, those young men and women, they also deserve to live and fight for another day. So please leave them alone so that they can live and live to fight for another day. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for my people. Danke schön. Yeah, that's what we'll say. I almost said danke schön. I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye for now. Bye.